What's up everyone, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the Bell's Brewery, and they're out of both Kalamazoo and Comstock, Michigan, and this is their Cherry Oberon Ale. So they're calling this one an ale with cherries. It comes in at 5.8% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed, time of review. This can is approximately 6 weeks old. So about a week or week and a half ago, I reviewed the OG Classic Oberon Ale, the 2023 release, and in that video I mentioned that I bought the Variety 12-pack of Oberon Ales that Bell's released. It came with 4 different Oberons, 3 of each. It came with the OG, the Citrus Oberon Ale, and the Mango Habanero Oberon Ale. And, you know, if you don't follow the channel and you didn't see that review, I'm not a huge fan of Oberon. I think it's solid, it's okay, it's decent. A lot of people out there love it, and in the comments section of the OG review, a lot of you were talking about, like, I like Oberon because it signifies the start of summer or spring or just warmer weather, and I think that's why a lot of people like that beer. It's because it does signify warmer and better weather and just enjoyable season in general, right? So, I'm not a huge fan of that beer. I give it a 3.5 pretty much every time I drink it. So I'm hoping some of these variants are better. I'm really looking forward to the Mango Habanero, but we'll see what the cherry one's all about. So this is basically base Oberon with cherries in it. So the one issue that I could see with this one is hopefully the cherries isn't medicinal. If it comes off medicinal, it's not going to be for me, but hopefully it's more, you know, of like a tart sweet cherry as opposed to medicinal. But yeah, so I bought the pack because I wanted to try them all, and I figure at the very least I got some relatively low ABV summer beers that I can drink whenever, you know, I'm looking for something like this, and, you know, they'll be good. I think give it a shelf life of 6 months, so this one should be good to October. Anyway, so this has a really nice, you can tell that's made with cherries. It has like a really deep, like, orange color, almost pinkish, like off pink. On camera, it's going to look probably more like a darker orange, and it kind of looks like that in person, but when you hold it up to the light, it's just kind of, you can tell this has fruit in it. For sure. Has a finger of like an off-white, almost lightly tan-colored head. Looks pretty creamy. There's a decent clarity, but there's a gentle haze. Hold it up to the light. There's definitely floating particulates. But yeah, that looks nice. Honestly, it really does. Let's get a nose. What? What? Just time out. Let me go back in. Yeah, this is Oberon. This is in the nose for me. There's not a whole lot. I'm getting a very, very light, sweeter cherry. Like, extremely light. If I was in this blind, there's no way I'm telling you cherries in here. None. There's a generic, like, wheat kind of sensation. Getting a little bit of that, like, coriander I sometimes get with Oberon, or maybe like a clove, some kind of phenolic yeast strain, or yeast character. It doesn't smell like a whole lot. I think I'm more disappointed in the aroma of this than regular Oberon, and that's surprising. I thought like the cherry would pop just because the base is so subtle, at least for me, that I thought the cherry would kind of, you know, pop a little bit, but it doesn't. It doesn't smell bad, it just doesn't smell like a whole lot. So hopefully it tastes much better. Let's get into it. Cheers, everyone. It's not medicinal. I'm at a loss for words here. Let's go by mouthfeel. At least I can kind of comprehend what's going on there. I've always said one of the better things about Oberon is the mouthfeel. I think that kind of holds true with this beer. The body is like lower side of medium body, maybe approaching medium, 5.8% is fine. The mouthfeel, I always found Oberon's mouthfeel to kind of be like kind of like in the New England IPA realm, because it has like a smooth, creamy, softer vibe, and that's exactly what this. It's definitely soft, smooth, and creamy. There's still like a mild to moderate carbonation here, so it does spritzy on the palate, but it's just softer, smoother, and creamier than I would think, right? So I really like the mouthfeel. The body's fine. The taste, I don't know what to say about it. Is there less here than the regular Oberon? There might be. So the first thing that hits me is this extremely light and mellow fruity character that is cherry, but doing a blind, either my palate's terrible, which it is, or I just can't decipher specifically cherry. I would just say a generic fruitiness. And it carries on throughout the palate. Like, it's omnipresent. It's the predominant note too, so it's there, but it's so light. Then underneath it, I'm getting a little bit of like a wheat character, like a wheat malt. Halfway through the palate, a touch of that clove and coriander, phenolic yeast character. Its finish is really dry, no bitterness. It's not sweet. It's not too sweet, too tart, too dry. It's just it's balanced from that perspective, but there's just not a whole lot going on here. I always say don't go into reviews with preconceived notions, but if you would have asked me before this review, do I think this is going to be better than Oberon? I would have said without question, because I give Oberon a 3.5. It's not. This is not better than Oberon to my palate. Now, some of you out there might disagree and say, oh, this blows Oberon out of the water. This is slightly better, whatever. I don't see it for me. The cherry, I don't need to, like, for a beer like this where you want it super drinkable, maybe you don't want the cherry to be like, you know, punching in the face with intensity, but I need something more than that's here. It's like I said, I respect that it's not medicinal. It's a very lightly sweet, lightly tart kind of cherry note. And again, it's omnipresent, but like, I don't think the base beer is good enough for me to add something like this to it lightly and get anything substantially better out of it. I guess that's the way I'd put it. I think I want that cherry to be screaming a little bit more, but you know, cherry's a tough fruit to brew with, and certainly kind of, you know, balance it in a beer like this. Like, there's a little bit of like a tartness and acidity on the finish, but it's just, I don't know. I don't even know what to do. I'm disappointed. I hope the mango habanero, the citrus one, 7.5%. I don't know what happened there. If it underwent like a second fermentation and just like the yeast was going nuts and just kicked up that alcohol, but that's weird. That 7.5. It's only 7.5%. Anyway, I'm gonna shut this one down and give it a review. 5.8%. You really can't tell, which is nice. But this, I give Oberon a 3.5. This is gonna get lower. I didn't think that's the case, but I'm gonna give it a lower rating. So Cherry Oberon Ale from Bell's. We'll go high 3. Yeah, high 3.25. 3.3 out of 5. I don't know. I'm really curious to see what other folks think about this one, because at the end of the day, I thought this would be better, and it's not. Price point availability, I think this is only available in that Variety 12-pack. I paid $18.99 for a 12-pack. Probably closer to Michigan, you're probably paying 17 or 18 bucks. Maybe further away, you're paying 20 or maybe 21. But it was $18.99 for a 12-pack here in Buffalo, New York. And availability, like I said, I'm pretty sure it's only in that Variety Pack. So if you see the Variety Pack, based on what I think about Oberon and this beer, I can't advocate buying it. But if you can get singles of each of the variants, do so. When I went to my local Wegmans grocery store a week after I bought this, they had in their mixed 6-pack, they had singles of all the varieties. So I kind of fucked up by buying the entire Variety Pack, because like, I probably don't want to drink this one again. Maybe I'll give it to some friends who enjoy cherry beers in general. But this is where I really want to hear from you guys. If you had this one, post in the comment section. Let me know. Did you like this better than Oberon? Did you like it worse? I think Oberon's better, and I never thought in a million years I'd say that. I hope the other two variants are better than the regular Oberon. It's the whole reason I bought the pack. I was hoping, you know, maybe some addition of other flavors would make me enjoy it. Not the case with this one. So thanks to everybody stopping by for another beer review. Till the next one. Cheers.